Yeah, just a quick ride along to see what's open and what isn't. And at the moment, Tesco's is open and McDonald's is not. Thank God. Thank the Lord for that. Praise the Lord that the McDonald's is not open. So that's shut. Estate agents are all closed. Corner Asian shop is open. If no one miss out on any money. Pizza joints are open. The Polish shop is open. Some of the restaurants are closed again. Kebab shops are open. There is one estate agent opens. That's strange. Estate agents open. Sainsbury's is open. Corner local shop, that's open as well. Quick Fit is open as well. Quick Fit's open. It's not bad. The car wash is closed. Yeah, I'm gonna go home. What are we out washing cars for, man? You're at home. You got plenty of time to wash your own car. Plumbers is closed. Why is the plumbers closed? If your heating breaks down, what are you gonna do? A lot of people have had heating off for the winter, and I would suspect that they will be turning it on now, finding out whether they've had any complications from leaving it off. And I know a few people personally that have, so it'd be very strange to find out that plumbers are actually closed. Strange. Again, Santander open. Interesting. Marks and Spencer's open. Aldi's open. Next is closed. Costa Coffee is closed. Debenhams closed. Argos is closed. Outfit is closed. Ooh, is this one open or closed? Shall we have a look? Let's take a look quickly. Let's take a look. Poundland is open. Right, here we are. Is this open or closed? This is the trick here, this one. The place for making and baking and arts and craft, it's closed. So that's a strange one. That's shocked me, that one, because you're at home with loads of times on your hands and you've got all the kids sitting there as well, trying to figure out what you're going to do with your children while they're off school and self-schooling and things like that. I would expect somewhere like hobby and craft to be thriving in a place and time like this, and it isn't. It's closed. Strange. Back to you now. Hey guys, what's good, man? Corona lockdown day 2. And again, a lot of things are happening. So let's start off with the monetary terms of what's been happening. So we know that the UK had put a package together for about 330 billion, and that was last week. What's happened now in America is America's all over the place. America now, they look like they're about to close a 2 trillion deal, which is going to be a bailout money. And guys, that's a lot of money. 2 trillion. Calculations, that's about 10% of their total GDP. So that's a lot of money, guys. And they're still fighting fire with fire. I mean, right now, New York is been pretty much labeled on track of Italy as far as numbers. So is London, so is Spain. We'll come to Spain in a minute. And Donald Trump is still quoting that everything is okay, everything's fine, and that by Easter he would preferably see everything settle down. Now, let's be honest, it's not settling down. There is no way on the planet that Americans would be back to normal at Easter. So again, why is he giving Americans false promises? I mean, Boris at least is treading water, and he's not being honest with the British public in terms of the severity, but I can understand that because he doesn't want to panic the British public about the coronavirus. So I get that. But what you don't do is don't lie, don't spread untruths, because that will hurt the people more than anything else. We're still having problems where people are not self-isolating. We're still having problems where people are not staying at home, and some people think that it's okay to go out there and just walk around and have fun. In Italy, some of the mayors are walking around the cities and towns telling people to go home. Seeing people playing table tennis outside on the streets, and the governments are saying, why aren't you at home playing your Xbox or your PlayStation? Why are you out here playing table tennis when we've got a pandemic. And people just don't get it. We are the problem. The people are the problem. It's because we're making things worse. We're giving the sickness to other people who are sick. It's out of control, guys. And unless we just pack up shop and lock it down, then this thing is not going to calm down. It's still growing. Here's a number for you, which is probably the worst statistic number of the day. The virus had contracted 300,000 people. Within 72 hours, that number's gone up to 400,000. So could you imagine? It's just completely growing out of control. In a matter of days, we'll be at 500,000. And there's, while we're hearing some countries, China's slowing down, Italy, it's starting to kind of phase in Italy because of the lockdown. And that's going to continue to get better. But other countries have not taken those warnings. And because they haven't taken those warnings, and because they haven't shut it down, it's just going to spiral out of control. The example to use for that now is Spain. Spain just recorded over 500 deaths yesterday, and they are exhibiting Italy proportions. In fact, worse than. So it's really difficult for us to try and clamp down on this when everybody's just treating it like it's nothing. And they are the ones that are going to be fine. Oh, I'm good. Let me go out. And look, India had a total lockdown yesterday. India just completely locked it down. No one's allowed outside the homes for 21 days. And that is final, done, dusted. I've said what I needed to say. And that's what Boris hasn't done. That's what Trump hasn't done. And that's what Spain didn't do. And when you leave these things too late, you see what happened in Italy. So yeah, it's just very, very confusing what's going on, guys. But there are some good stories. So let's talk about some good stories. Everybody just diving into Disney Plus yesterday, so that's a good story. But on a more serious note, what's been happening is Elon Musk and Tesla, who also has a gigafactory in China, which is producing Model 3s, and he's currently building the new gigafactory in Germany, in Frankfurt. Elon Musk, who's got his connections in China, what he's been able to do is use those connections to help the US. He's been able to transfer 1,200 ventilators over to pharmaceutical companies and to the medics and hospitals that need it in the USA. So that's absolutely an amazing thing that they've done there. On the downside though, remember I talked about FC Sion in Switzerland, which was talking about cutting players because they weren't taking wage cuts, and I said it would phase through to other countries. Well, it didn't take long, did it? Because Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund have had the same warnings, and it's been reported today that players on the team, on both those teams, have taken pay cuts. And it's just a matter of time, guys, before we see the same thing happen in the Premiership as well. Because look, like I said, you're going out of contract, you're not getting your stimulus packages in, you're not getting your sponsorship money in, because sponsorships will take the money off the table. This is big money we're dealing with. Yeah. TV rights, everything. Guys, people are going to come collect because right now companies are going out of business. So everybody's going to want to look after their own garden. And unfortunately, that means that there's going to be a lot of money in the game pulled back. Yes, you can argue there's too much money in the game. We know that. But I think the difference here, guys, and what makes it so dangerous is you've signed players to massive, huge contracts. And those players want to get paid. And unfortunately, if your money that you've calculated isn't there sitting in the bank ready to go and pay your players and pay everything else that needs to be paid for, the running of the stadiums and everything else to keep that going, then unfortunately you're going to have to make cuts. And that's what we're seeing right now, is teams making cuts. So listen, so much things that we really need to cover, but listen, let's look at it in lockdown day 3 tomorrow, because right now, just try to keep safe. Guys, people are not getting the message. They're not getting the message to stay in and lock it down. And just take care of your loved ones, guys. And listen, we'll pick it up tomorrow. All the best, everybody, man. Just stay cool, stay calm, find things to do. Speak to your friends. Yeah, I did that a lot last night. Got on the phone to a lot of people I hadn't spoken to in 6 months or even a year. And just use that time to catch up. Plenty of time, guys. And listen, right back at you. Peace and love and safety to everybody, man. Keep it locked down. Talk to you later. Peace out.